Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport, where Florida beaches are one flight away. Featuring nonstop service on Allegiant Airlines to Tampa, St. Pete, and Orlando Sanford from Bloomington. Close, convenient, CIRA. More at CIRA.com.
A charity run from Bloomington-Normal to Peoria turns 40 this year. It's one of the things you need to know to start your day for Friday, August 1st. I'm Ryan Denham, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Now let's lead off with the GOP's massive tax cut and spending plan and how it could impact higher education. WGLT's Charlie Schlenker reports.
It's hard to tell right now how much new lifetime federal loan caps and tighter rules to qualify will affect student access to college. There will be some impact. Illinois State University Financial Aid Director Bridget Curl says up to 2,000 ISU undergraduate students who take out federal loans each year could run up against the limits.
There will be some students that, their parents won't be able to get approval for the Parent Plus loan, and that's how they were planning on funding. So it certainly could impact, whether or not they can attend.
The speed of change is an issue, too. Curl says rulemaking bodies won't meet till late this year.
If they implement those for the 26-27 academic year, that's going to be a quick turnaround time. And so, schools and families would love to have more time than that.
There's at least one good effect of the bill. Heartland Community College President Keith Corneal says it includes an expansion of the Pell Grant program suited to community college workforce efforts.
Finally, we're going to see some adjustments that have shorter-term type of programs that will be Pell Grant eligible now.
For instance, the certified nursing assistant or medical assistant programs at Heartland will likely become eligible for grants. He says an open question is how the feds are going to implement many of the changes when the size of the Education Department workforce is half what it was before President Trump took office. For the Leadoff, I'm Charlie Schlenker.
Here's some other stories we're following in the WGLT newsroom. Governor J.B. Pritzker has enacted a law aimed at expanding mental health support for grade school students. Schools will have to offer free mental health screenings in grades 3 through 12 at least once a year. State Representative Dennis Tifswart has changed his mind about running for a third term. Weeks after announcing his bid for re-election, the Republican from Metamora now says he wants to run for Woodford County Sheriff instead. And Connect Transit hopes to expand its rural on-demand service to neighboring counties soon. The service, called Connect Go, replaced Showbus at the start of the month. For now, the service only covers trips in McLean County. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. Every so often on WGLT, we feature community servants and unsung heroes making McLean County a better place to live. It's a series we call More of That, Please. On this edition, a charity run from Bloomington-Normal to Peoria turns 40 this year, supporting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital and 8 affiliate clinics across the country, the first of which opened in Peoria in 1972. WGLT's Lauren Warnicki has more.
Dennis Clare is one of the run's co-coordinators. He says St. Jude's roots in Peoria began decades ago with comedian Danny Thomas, who opened St. Jude's flagship hospital in Memphis in the 1950s.
He was friends with Mayor Jim Maloof in Peoria, and Mayor Maloof talked Danny Thomas into opening an affiliate in Peoria so patient families wouldn't have to go all the way down to Memphis.
Founded in 1985, the St. Jude Bloomington-Normal to Peoria run was the first of more than 30 fundraising runs, all of which end in Peoria on foot. Runners participating in St. Jude's original charity run left Memphis on Tuesday. Those starting here don't get on the road till tomorrow morning. One St. Jude family from Bloomington says they've participated in many runs over the past decade. Kathy Carter's son and daughter, Austin and Haley, were both treated by Peoria's St. Jude affiliate program at OSF Children's Hospital and eventually the main hospital in Memphis. Haley was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a bone cancer which primarily affects children and teenagers, in her shin in 2007 when she was 9 years old. Her son, Austin, was diagnosed with the exact same cancer in his shin just 10 months later. He was 12.
So they both were going through chemo treatments at the same time for a couple months, which was very, 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 very hard.
Haley's leg was treated with surgery in Memphis. Her tibia bone was replaced with an extendable rod since she was still growing. That was eventually replaced with a permanent metal rod. Austin was supposed to have the same surgery, but he had complications. Doctors amputated his leg. Mom Kathy Carter says the journey lasted for about 2.5 years with both kids together. They're grown-ups now. Haley is 27. Austin is 29.
And Austin lives his life, even though he has a prosthetic leg, he still rock climbs. He still can do longboards, like the skateboard that's longer. He can ride a bike. I mean, he's very active.
Haley's also active. She played lacrosse in college. She's married and teaches in Ethiopia at an international Christian school. But her journey was a bit bumpy.
So 16 years after she was diagnosed with bone cancer, the first time she was diagnosed with bone cancer in her other leg. So we had to go through the fight again. So St. Jude was still involved even 16 years later when she was 25.
Treatment at St. Jude is free, thanks in large part to folks who raise money and run to Peoria. A friend invited Elaine Case to sign up as a runner. She's now a co-organizer with Dennis Clare of the Bloomington to Peoria Run.
That was 24 years ago. I had an opportunity to go down to Memphis to the hospital down there and sadly heard a baby crying, and it broke my heart. And at that point, I knew I was going to be a lifer to support St. Jude.
Claire is a lifer too.
No family ever receives a bill from St. Jude. It's just an amazing concept in how they go about what they're doing, and why do you not want to help? So,
yeah. And I just say I'd invite people to come out to Von Mar. We'll be gathering up and having a quick presentation around 7:10 a.m. on Saturday, August 2nd, and we'll depart around 7:30. So invite people to come out and share that joy with us as we take off for the day.
Mom Kathy sends this message to all St. Jude families.
You have to have hope, and St. Jude will do everything in their power to help your child to be cancer-free.
With reporting from Paul J. Aguilar, I'm Lauren Warnicki.
If you've got a story of someone doing good stuff in McLean County, email us at news@wglt.org.
Support for More of That Please comes from Onward Injury Law, providing legal services to personal injury clients in Bloomington-Normal and Central Illinois.
And before we let you go, U of I Extension co-hosts Pollinator Palooza tomorrow from 10 to 1 at the Illinois Art Station in Normal. There'll be hands-on activities, games, and booths dedicated to pollinators, native plants, and local nature spaces. And that's it for today. I'm Ryan Denham. The show is produced by Lou Warner. You can subscribe to The Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you listen.